Man, what a weekend. Just recapping these games, man, over this last weekend. I'm gonna start with the Vikings, and since this game was the first game ever played in Ireland, to me it looked the same. I mean, it looked the same. I mean, the stadium, they got everything squared away. Again though, your boy Carson Wentz, man, your boy Carson Wentz.
Hey, bro.
Hey, look, he threw for 350 yards. He had 2 interceptions and was sacked 6 times. So I don't know what's going on with the O line, but some of those was on Wentz though. Some of those was on Wentz. I watched a couple. I watched I watched it a little bit, and Wentz was just holding on to the ball too long. Wentz, throw the ball out, throw it away. Don't try to be a hero. Throw it away. Throw it away, or just go down, take this. Just get the ball out of your hand. So I blame Wentz on a couple of those. Overall, hey, the line, he threw for 350 yards. That's big. I mean, to throw for 350 yards. I mean, I mean, it at first they were getting blown out. They made a run, nice little run, trying to come back. But old man does it again.
Old man does it again. Well,
Old man does it again.
I don't think it was so much the old man. I think it was more so TJ Watts. Right? TJ Watt had a phenomenal game. He played out of his mind. I don't blame Wentz. He really didn't hold on to the ball like that. He didn't have any time. He didn't have any time. No, he didn't have any time. They were on him from the get. So he was scrambling and running for his life. And then the Vikings somehow, even though the score is close, they became one-dimensional.
Yeah.
They had a couple of Jordan Mason had about 16 carries, but Wentz threw the ball 40 some odd time, 46 times.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
and we talked about this, right?
Yeah,
you can't. That's not it's just not a good recipe for success when you're throwing the ball when the ratio is skewed that much towards the passing.
Yeah.
Good things aren't going to happen because now the defense, they're just going to pin their ears back. They know you're going to throw. And again, with Watts and that crew, the defense for the Steelers, they're starting to turn it up.
Yeah.
Whereas the first couple of weeks, they were looking like they were a shell of themselves. And now all of a sudden, they seem to found that they got their mojo back. And I mean, TJ was all over the place. He was all over the place. So I give it to them. The defense side. Aaron played good. 22 attempts, which is what he should be throwing.
Yeah, around there,
right? 200 yards, 1 touchdown. Didn't turn the ball over. Gainwell, your boy.
Yeah.
Your boy.
Kenny G.
Gainwell, he had a pretty solid game. 99 yards, 5.2 yards a rush, 2 rushing touchdowns. He helped keep that. He helped keep the defense on for Brian Flores. He kept them honest.
Yeah.
He kept them honest. And I think Aaron Rodgers, he outsmarted Flores this rush because what they did, the Steelers, they got the ball out quicker. He was already getting the ball out like within 2 point some odd seconds. And I believe they said he was getting it out even faster. So they were hitting him with a lot of dump offs, quick outs, hot routes, stuff like that. And it didn't give Brian Flores' defense time to kind of, because they do like shifting and juggling, right? Pre-snap to try to confuse the quarterback.
Yeah.
You can't confuse the quarterback because the quarterback isn't taking the time at the line of scrimmage.
That's
he already
true.
knows where he wants to go.
Yeah.
And if he sees you out of place, he's going to snap the ball and he's going to get it there. So kudos, like Steelers had a good game plan. Arthur Smith, offensive coordinator for the Steelers, they had a good game plan.
Yeah, I'm proud of Kenny G, man, for him being a backup the whole time he was in Philly, and now he getting the opportunity to be the guy. I know I'm happy for him, man. He deserves it. He's a great guy, great back, man. He definitely deserves it. So I'm happy for him with that. So yeah, hopefully that continues for him. We'll see, man. Steelers, like you say, they looking good. I mean, we'll see if that keeps going. What's your next game? Commanders at the Falcons, man. What were your take from this one?
Well, I mean, Penix and Robinson, they had a day. They had a day. Penix, I think he threw for what career high, 313 yards passing. They got the ball to Bijan Robinson,
Finally.
passing and running. They
Yeah.
schemed to get him in space. And I think, how many yards did he have? He had about, what? He had 75 yards rushing
Yeah.
and 106 yards receiving. That's all you need to do. If you get the
That's,
ball to number 7, get him
yeah.
in space, he's going to
Yeah.
move the chain. He's going to keep the offense on the field along with the opposing team's defense. You're going to win the game. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all they got to do. That's
That's
all
it.
they got to do.
Yeah.
So, Penix, good game, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception again, 313 yards passing. I think that's a career high for him. Got Drake London involved, got Robinson involved. Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts, yeah.
Kyle
Yeah.
Pitts. Finally,
Finally.
he's showing something.
Yeah.
He had about 70 yards receiving and a touchdown. So I don't know. Maybe this is a corner. Maybe they're going to turn it. We'll see. The one thing about the Falcons is that they're over the years they've been inconsistent. So
Yeah.
if they can start building some sort of momentum off of this.
Yeah. Yeah. They've been helter skelter. But like we said before, man, they got weapons. They got the weapons.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not like, and I was happy to see Kyle Pitts actually getting involved in the game, like you say, with the touchdown. So because the dude is talented. So and I don't know if the Falcons just hadn't schemed to get him the ball or what have you, but it's about time with all that talent that they have on offense right now. I want to see how if this continues, for the Falcons. It won't surprise me if it doesn't, but let's see if it can continue. I like one thing, I like about them is you got a bunch of young guys, a bunch of young talented guys, and it's up to the coaches to really execute and put these guys in the right place to score.
Mhm.
So, and plus I'm glad they beat the Commanders anyway. So good. That works. I know they didn't have Jaden Daniels and they didn't have Scary Terry playing. So, it was kind of skeleton crew for them, but still, happy for the Falcons on that. Falcons fans, y'all got 1 week. Let's see what happens next week.
Who they play next week?
I don't know who they
Okay,
play
okay.
next
You made
week.
it sound. I
I was
thought it
just
was
saying,
man. You guys come in and
it don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah. So, all right. Next game, the Browns at the Lions, man. Boy, Stephen A. Smith on Stephen's A list. He got the Detroit Lions ranked number 3 on his list, man, on his top 5 on his
Mhm.
A list.
Mhm.
They are looking good. I mean, that was, we touched on this before, but that was a drastic turnaround from game 1 to where they are now. I mean, they are looking good. I mean, I think in Stephen A. Smith's A list, he had 3 NFC teams in his top 5. Your Rams, Detroit, and the Eagles. And so this if this continues, it's a crash course. It's a crash course that's going to happen if this continues with these teams. And right now, I do see those 3 teams as the top teams in the NFC. But Detroit, again, man, they just they doing what they do, and Goff is looking good. I mean, he's delivering. So
Yeah. So keep his attempts low. Goff shouldn't be throwing more than 30 attempts, and that's what they've been doing the past couple of games. Establish the running game. Give the ball to Jameer Gibbs. Give the ball to David Montgomery. Let them be, uh, you know, the focal point of the offense. Run first, and then complement it with Goff, with those quick hitters and those long ball opportunities off the play action.
right.
Once you do that, yeah, Goff he's gonna look good because he's accurate in the pocket when he has a nice comfortable pocket with no pressure, and he's able to kind of pick and choose where he wants to go. He'll light you up. But this game kind of went exactly the way I thought it would. It started off with 2 really strong defensive teams going at it, but the Browns, they have no firepower on offense. No firepower on offense. So what ends up happening is the defense will start off strong, but if that offense can't sustain drives, it puts the defense for the Browns on the field longer than the other team's defense. So come the middle to the end of the third quarter, they're gassed. They're tired.
Yeah,
And then, the game gets out of hand after that. I don't care how strong your defense is. If they're on the field for, an obscene amount of time, they're not going to be able to sustain that.
Yeah, Hutchinson was all over my man. He was all over the other old man. Yeah, he was all over him. That's what I wonder when they're gonna bring Dylan Gabriel in. Like I said, I think he needs to come in there pretty soon
I
because
see reports saying that he might come in next week.
okay. It's about time. It's about time. I mean that old man experiment is over.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need somebody young in there who can move around. Even if he make mistakes or whatever, what you're gonna expect to happen, just turn it over, man. Turn it over. That experiment is over. Just move forward. So anyway, moving on. You got the Chargers and the Giants. This was a shocker, man. This was a shocker. I'm just talking about my guy, and how in the world Jackson Dart comes in there. This dude dancing, chains on. He he flashy. He doing all this. I'm like, what in the world is going on? Jackson Dart out here winning games. So what is that telling me, man? I mean, 21-18. What is this telling me? Was Russ really that bad?
No.
What's going on?
No, I don't think it has anything to do with Russ. So what you got, if you looked at the game plan, they maximized Jackson Dart's youth and athleticism. Okay, and you know this better than anyone, right? When you have when you have a particular team that runs the offense a certain way, and you're preparing for that team, you bring in another quarterback that has a different style. It's
Yeah.
gonna take most defenses. It's gonna catch them off guard, and you're gonna have to figure out a way to adjust because now you have no context on the scheme. You don't
Right.
really know the tells. You don't understand the intricacies of what they're going to do, and therefore they have a better opportunity. They being the offense with the new quarterback of catching you, getting you off guard. Getting a big play because you haven't seen them run that play before, and then put in the factor of him being athletic. He's can carry the ball, run the ball. He made a couple what I call boneheaded decisions, even though it gave them net positive yards, but he's
Yeah.
running and he's not sliding.
Right.
So he's taking hits. At one point, they took him out the game, took him under the blue tent to check for concussion. He could tell he was annoyed by it. He felt like he didn't need to go, but he's putting himself unnecessarily into harm's way. That's not going to bode well long term. I hope they talk to him and tell him, hey, you teach him and coach him up to protect himself. And by him protecting himself, he's protecting the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kudos to Dable. Kudos to the Giants. The plan worked for this game. It may work for the next game, but the minute three games to tape and teams know what you're going to do, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. So
yeah,
we'll see how long they can sustain it with him.
Yeah. That's going to definitely be interesting. I like the youth. I like the youth invigoration. I like to see. I like to see it, even though they're in our division. I like to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see how long that could sustain. I just like to see young quarterbacks doing it. All right, man. Cam Ward, man, he is talented. He is supremely talented. He just don't have any receivers, man. These dudes can't catch the ball. I mean, he is literally. I mean, what else can you do? Can he throw it and go run and catch it too? I mean, because he giving the dudes the ball. I mean, what he cannot do it all, man. I mean, oh my gosh, it is so tough. I was just watching, a couple of the highlights of the game, and the ball is just bouncing off my hands, bouncing off in your chest. It's hard, and I know it's disheartening for him. Just keep your head up, young man. 26-0. I was glad that the Texans won. They finally got a win for D'Amico Ryans. I was always concerned about that, getting him a win. But Cam Ward, just keep your head up, man. It's eventually going to turn around after this season. Hopefully, they get him some weapons that he could kind of work with. Because right now they don't have many.
Yeah, I loved his post game interview. Press conference.
Yeah.
he's annoyed. He's frustrated. He let out some choice words. He's pissed off. And I mean, he just looks like a leader. Like that's the type of fire, that's the type of passion you want your quarterback to have. Who's not going to tolerate this type of performance, week in, week out. Unfortunately, it's largely outside of his control in terms of them being able to turn this around quickly. He needs support. He doesn't have support. He doesn't have the weapons. He doesn't have the protection. He has nothing around him, and you can see the talent still dripping off of him. On the Texan side, I don't know, Lynx. This is one of the most uninspiring, shutouts I think I've ever seen by a team, especially a team that you had such high hopes for coming into the season. I mean, they shut them out. I mean, it's difficult to shut out any team. I get that, but the Texans still don't look right.
Yeah.
They still don't look right. If I look, let me see. C.J. Stroud, he had a good game, 22 of 28, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. But I don't know. I don't know what's missing. I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it, but something just seems to be amiss. And even in that game, it just doesn't look like they're in sync.
Yeah. Who the running back? What was the numbers on the running back in that game?
17 carries, 69 yards, and I think he had a touchdown. Woody Marks.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Marks. Yeah. Yeah. I know they yeah. I agree with you. I think I don't know what's going on. I know they did just maybe last week they released C.J. Gardner-Johnson. They got C.J. Gardner-Johnson from the Eagles in a trade.
Mm-hmm.
And the O lineman that we got from them, he didn't even make the 53-man roster. And then C.J. Gardner-Johnson just, D'Amico Ryans was like, I'm done.
Yeah, antics.
Yeah,
It's antics.
Antics.
It has nothing to do with the play.
Nothing.
He didn't want to be there.
But the thing about it is, he's a supremely talented guy, but it's just too much. He rubs other players the wrong way. He just rubs other players the wrong way. And I know, and that's why Howie got rid of him. I know Howie said he was talking about it was, hey, we want to get the young guys in there. No, it was antics. It was all the stuff that he does. Just get this guy out of here, not a locker room kind of guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you would think, especially with the situation the Eagles are in, because you could use some help in the secondary.
Absolutely.
You could use some depth, right?
Absolutely.
And it would be a good pickup to bring him back.
Yeah.
But I don't think you want to deal with that headache.
No. Yeah, we've been there twice. We're not going back there again. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. All right, man. You had in this next game, you had the Patriots and the Panthers. I really didn't watch that much of this game. I know the Patriots won the game 42-13. What in your opinion? Let me look up what was Drake May's stats here.
Yeah, Drake May, he didn't throw the ball much. I think he had about 17 attempts, 203 yards. I think he had 2 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Okay. Yeah.
It was a day. I mean, I think it was just an all-around good team effort. Carolina seemed like they reverted back to their old selves after that game with the Falcons.
Yeah.
And all 3 phases for the Patriots: special teams, defense, and offense. They all they beat them on all 3 phases.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's not shocking. When we talk about the Panthers, it was a division game with the Falcons, so that's always going to be teams always get up, for those division games. So, they just went back down to who they truly are.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, you had my Eagles against the Buccaneers, man. In this game again, it was a tale of both halves. Eagles jump out, really quick, offense looking good, clicking, doing its thing. And then the second half was like, what happened? I don't know what happened. So, and if it, again, Baker Mayfield, what he does, coming back, comeback kid, but I got thwarted. It's not going to happen this time, Baker. Good try, but it wasn't going to happen. Eagles defense steps up. Jahad Campbell, Nice interception in the end zone right there at down towards the end of the game, and kind of put a damper on that comeback for the Buccaneers. But good shot, man. The Buccaneers, they I think they're right out of that cusp of NFC teams. I mean, they're right there. They're right there, with the NFC teams. I don't know if they're gonna do anything later on down, but it was a good game. Saquon Barkley still hasn't gotten started. AJ Brown, it didn't get many targets at all. Again, so some stuff got to happen there. Still winning, but 31-25. Jalen Hurts looked good in the first half. In the second half, 0 for 8 passing, no passing yards at all. Saquon Barkley, 20 yards. It was putrid in the second. If the defense again steps up, and so it was a good game. Like I said, we did take advantage. One thing I will say, I think we were still going to win the game if Mike Evans was there, but we played a lot of man, and Mike Evans could have definitely won a lot of jump balls on man to man defense. So regardless, and one last thing I got to say, Quintana Bay. That's who. I'm telling you. Hey, look. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Hey, Abuka Emeka Abuka is a serious receiver. He's a serious receiver. They had those 270-yard miscues that I think.
He light y'all up.
It was a miscues, man.
He light y'all up. Thanks.
Hey, it's miscues.
He light y'all up.
I mean, I give him that.
He light you up. Yeah, he light them up. Yeah,
I give him. Yeah, right. I give him. So yeah, go ahead.
So a couple of things with this game, right? And I want to spend some time on this one because going into this, the Bucs were banged up. Okay, didn't have Mike Evans. Right, they didn't really talk about, but Mayfield, he was hurt. I was reading the reports coming up to the game. He had a strained bicep on his throwing arm coming into this game, and then I think Bucky Irving during the game he got banged up. But that's neither here nor there. Kudos to the Eagles. You won the game. You won the game, and you should have won. I mean, you guys were the favorite team, but I think the Bucs have shown that they need to be talked about with the top teams in the NFC.
Absolutely.
I'm impressed with Baker Mayfield, with the way that he carries himself, with the way that he leads this team and his play. He's now become a quarterback where they're never out of it. You can't be comfortable just because you have the lead, because he can bring him back and he can win it. Now, that being said, Emeka Abuka, he looks like he's going to be a primetime player for years to come. They found him a real one at that wide receiver position. He's going to be able to take the torch from Mike Evans when Mike Evans goes into retirement. So we got that. I got some concerns about your Eagles. Even though you won, You guys are undefeated, right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about the tush push, okay?
Yeah.
Because I watched this game and I noticed you lined up for the tush push once, I think, and it was a fake, okay?
Yeah.
But not only that, you had a couple of goal line opportunities where in the past you would have used the tush push, but you opted to, I think you had like this toss pass to Goddard.
Yeah, it was a toss to Goddard. Right? Yeah, and then Saquon had one. It was twice.
I think, and I know your boy, your coach, I can't stand him. Just looking at him, he's rubbed me the wrong way. I can't stand him. I don't like him. I don't know. It's just the way he. I don't. Anyway, look. Not the way he carries himself. It's like. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's for another time. But I believe internally you guys are experiencing some ill effects on that offensive line for overusing the tush push.
Yeah.
I think that line is hurting and it's banged up.
Yeah.
Because, and that tush push is causing for a big strain. That's why I think you had that fake and why you opted to run those Goddard plays instead of the tush push on those goal line opportunities. Now, that being said, I'll wrap it up with this, right? The book of Mark, chapter 8.
Yeah.
11. You familiar with it?
Yeah.
Yeah? If you're not welcome, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way. What I want to know, Lynx, as an Eagle fan, someone posts that. What does that mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. You know, at first, this is at first glance. When I saw it,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Here we go, AJ. You know, AJ, relax, man, relax. You're gonna get yours. Don't turn into To. You're gonna get yours. It's gonna be okay." You know, I was saying this. I like Devontae Smith. The reason why I like Devontae Smith is because he's in the same boat. Yes, he's frustrated. Yes, you know, he wants the offense. He wants to get the ball just as much as the next guy. But Devontae Smith don't take to social media, and AJ Brown does take to social media now. And I was kind of pissed at AJ for taking to social media and posting these little cryptic things on social media. However, I saw an interview with AJ today, and AJ said, you know, a lot of people take things out of context. You know, he was like, you know, obviously I do want the ball. You know, everybody wants to get the ball. You know, I'm a receiver. I want to be utilized and I want to get the ball. But it wasn't like a selfish move or anything like that. You know, I just want to win and I want to be a part of the wins. All right. But for real, I'm just telling you. AJ not going anywhere. He don't want to go anywhere. Yeah, he's frustrated with the play calling, and him not being involved. Which is, hey, look, any receiver would be kind of like, hey, get me involved in the game when you know what you can do. But I'm not gonna make it a big deal. He's a team player, man. And he's a guy who he's just passionate about winning. That's where I'm gonna leave it at.
No. But he's winning.
Yeah,
See, I could see if I can that the last part of that argument, I could get with that if you guys were losing or had lost the game.
yeah,
You won.
you won. Yeah,
You won.
yeah,
So
yeah.
why post that? You winning.
Yeah, yeah. That it does kind of rub me the wrong way a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because you know I'm like AJ, just leave it alone. Don't even go on social media, bro. Just leave it. If you want to vent, go to your wife and tell her, man, they're not throwing me the ball and this and that. Leave that in house. Don't go to social media. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna blow up and be this big issue. I think it's gonna go away. AJ is gonna get the ball again. We know this. I mean, it's a long season. He's gonna get the ball, but I just don't like taking to social media. I like Devontae Smith's approach.
Let me tell you something. A. Smith ain't Devontae Smith. I mean, AJ Brown, he ain't Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I got you.
AJ Brown is more talented than Devontae Smith. We all know that.
Yeah.
And you know the personalities for AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, they are diametrically different, right? They are opposed of each other. Now, here's the thing. I would be concerned. This is smoke simmering, right? It's starting to percolate up because again, here you have a situation where you guys are winning. You're winning games, and I think what really is a catalyst for some of this is that game against us a week ago, where you tried everything and nothing worked. And as a last resort, the last resort was to go to AJ Brown. And what did he do? He pulled the game out for you guys.
Yeah.
And then when things go back to everything being good, everything working, he's not a part of the equation.
Yeah.
What I want to know is why.
Yeah.
Because I think he has a point. Like I would be. I mean, on one count, I get biding your time and being a team player and whatnot. But if I'm out there, and Tom Brady talked about this, and this is why Tom Brady's receivers, they love him.
Yeah.
Because he says he takes it into account that he has to get his receivers engaged and involved early.
Yeah.
Because they're out there, they're running up and down the field, coming back to the line of scrimmage. I want them to continue to give maximum effort. So I need to reward them by including them in the game, getting them the ball. Call some plays where I can get them some quick hits to get them into the game so that if for whatever reason the script goes away from them, they will still be invested because they know I'm doing my best to get them involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all aren't even trying to get AJ involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's not like he can't get open or he's not open. He just ain't throwing him the ball.
Yeah. This is the thing. I saw in the second half, Jalen was trying to force the ball to him. It was like 3 attempts in a row. We went 3 and out trying to get him the ball, and it just wasn't working out.
I didn't see that.
Think, yeah, it was 3 in a row. We were forcing it to him. It just wasn't open. It wasn't open. So he got some attempts. We were trying to get it to him. Jalen couldn't get it to him. It just wasn't open. These guys was they was doing a good job on him. So he's going to be frustrated with that. This is one thing, and I agree with what you said on that, getting him the ball. I think, and I think who said it was Get Up or one of the shows I was watching this morning where they said most receivers, they look at those first 15 scripted plays.
You're right.
And they say, if 3 of these got my name on it,
where am I?
yes, where mine at? And if their name isn't on, if they don't have any calls on there, they piss because they like. I mean, it's the first 15 scripted plays, and if y'all got all runs, or you going to other players and not coming to me, like, what's the deal? So, I do still think that the offensive coordinator and they gotta get creative. And you got to make sure on that first 15 scripted plays, you got 3 or 4 of those for AJ Brown. You just got to have those available. So I don't know if that's something that they definitely got to work on. I think once they figure that out, which I don't know why they hadn't figured it out yet, but once it's figured out, it's gonna be wreak havoc even more. So yeah, but we'll monitor that situation, see what's going on with it.
I mean, maybe that was the verse of the week for his Bible study. I don't know. And sharing what they learned and yeah, maybe that's what it was.
You wanted to let everybody know what he was studying, man.
Book of Mark, chapter 6, chapter 11.
Man, yeah. So we'll see, man. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah.
So in the next game, I have the Buffalo Bills 31, New Orleans Saints 19. Buffalo Bills just keep rolling, man. They keep rolling. They're doing their thing. I think on Stephen A. Smith's A list, he has them as the number 2 team on the list. Could be number 1, easily could be number 1. They're looking good. But again, this is what the Bills look like normally. They normally look like this, and they look good, and they're winning these games and really just doing their thing. So Josh Allen is being Josh, and this is what they do in the regular season. I'm not going to be impressed or anything because they do this every year. All right, they look good. I mean, there's no surprise. I'm just waiting for the playoffs. I'm just waiting for the playoffs. That's all I'm waiting for with Buffalo. They they're running the ball well, passing the ball well. They're playing defense. They're doing their thing. So I'm not going to be overly impressed with the Bills. Just we'll wait to the playoffs for that.
Yeah, I'm actually slightly impressed, and the reason why is they seem they're fast starters in the regular season. For the past couple of seasons, they've had some pretty good regular season win-loss, right, outputs. But the way they're doing it, or the way they're starting this season, they are incredibly balanced. So in this last game, Josh Allen, 22 passing attempts. James Cook, 22 rushing attempts. I mean, you can't get no more balance than that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Those are your 2 top players, one in the passing, one in the rushing category, and you balance that out. And they were both effective with the attempts that they had. So when you're doing that, it puts a lot of strain on the defense to try to figure out, okay, who do we stop? If we stop one, the other one is going to bite us. So kudos to them. I think they really got a good thing going here. The offense is clicking on all cylinders. You have a receiving core where no egos. Everybody, they're good contributors. They're dependable, catching the ball, moving the chain. And then you got the magician in the backfield with Josh Allen just orchestrating and pulling the strings. And then James Cook, he could take it to the house anytime he touches the ball. So yeah, it's going to be scary if they continue this trend and stay healthy going into the playoffs. Then I think this could be the year for them.
Yeah.
This could be the year, even though that other team starting to look good again. We'll get to that, but
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah. I mean, look, we might as well roll right into that, man, because the Kansas City Chiefs, 37-20 over the Ravens. Lamar Jackson goes out with the hamstring. In this game, I think with Xavier Worthy being back, kind of opened things up for them on their offense. Their defense was playing well, and it looks like they are coming back. I was like, okay, you beat the Giants, right? And so I was like, okay, this not. I mean, but before the season started, everybody was all on the Baltimore Ravens jock, saying that they were the number one team, best constructed roster, did and all of this. And, it's not panning out. So maybe they're not as good as everybody think they are. And so the Chiefs come into town, and the Chiefs do what they do to Baltimore every single year. Baltimore fans should be like, they should just be disgusted. I mean, every single year, it's the same thing over and over and over. And it's like Kansas City Chiefs just take advantage. They own these dudes. And, I was highly disappointed in how the Ravens was playing. But what can I say? The Chiefs just own them, and they did what they did. And, Baltimore Ravens now, I still think they have an opportunity to make the playoffs, but it's something off there too. There's something off there in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson can't do it all, but it's something in Baltimore which I don't know what it is. This would, like we said before, this would have been the prime game for them to beat Kansas City, and they didn't do it. So, what can you say?
Yeah, man, I'm with you. Disappointed is what comes to mind when I saw this game. And I mean, hamstring or no hamstring, Lamar Jackson, even starting off the game, he didn't look good. He didn't look good. I don't know if it's a psychological block when he plays this team, but the Chiefs has his number. They know how to defend him, and he hasn't been able to figure it out. Henry only rushed the ball 8 times.
Yeah.
He only rushed the ball 8 times.
8.
So they didn't even really try to get him involved. I mean, he was rushing at, he had 5.3 yards a carry, but they couldn't get him going.
Yeah.
So Mahomes did Mahomes things, and again, 4 touchdowns passing, getting everybody involved. Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster.
Juju, yes.
Grief.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Chiefs went in, and I guess one of those who's your daddy games,
Yeah.
I mean,
For real.
you can't beat them.
No.
Can't beat them. So
Yeah, they can't.
right now, the
Yeah.
Chiefs, they still own the Ravens.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, man. So, all right. In this next game, I felt bad for this little kid. I was online, and I saw this little kid, and he was just balling out, man. He was like, "I hate the Raiders. I hate the Raiders." I mean, he was balling. I mean, this little dude was just balling out of control. He was like, "I hate the Raiders. I don't even like." I was like, "Oh man." I felt bad for little buddy, but
Wait, he hate the Raiders?
he hate the Raiders. He's a Raiders
He's
fan.
a Raiders fan.
Yeah, he's a Raiders fan, and he said he hated the Raiders because he expected them to win this game, and it was close, man. It
I feel the pain.
25-24.
I feel the pain of that loss.
Yeah.
That looked drastically very, very familiar.
Yeah.
Very familiar.
Yeah. But your boy came alive, man. Ashton Genty came alive.
He did.
He came alive. So
He did. So he is the first rookie since Marcus Allen to catch and run for a touchdown. And then he's also the first rookie since Bo Jackson to have 3 touchdowns in a game.
Yeah.
So like I said, if you get him the ball in space, call some good plays, put him in a position where he can take advantage of the defense, that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
His contact balance is unmatched right now. You see when guys have bad angles on him and they try to tackle him, they can't get him down. Can't bring him down.
Yeah.
And he's not a big guy.
Right.
So good for them.
But hey,
they should have won that game.
Yeah. But did you notice this though in that game? He's back to standing up straight.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That is no coincidence.
Hey, you know what they told Chip Kelly?
Yeah.
Come from around here.
I'm for I'm
Come
for
from
boy.
around here. I can stand up. I'm standing up.
I'm standing up straight.
Don't tell me how to position myself in the backfield no more.
Right.
I can stand up, and
Yeah.
after a game like this, Chip Kelly
Yeah.
can't tell him nothing.
You can't say a thing. You can't say a thing. Stand up straight, man. Because I noticed that, because when I saw him, I saw the highlights and I saw him running. I was like, okay, Ashton Genty. And then when they showed his positioning and they showed him standing up straight, I was like, there you go.
Yep. You know what they call it?
That's
Yep. They call it the Michael Myers stance.
Michael Myers.
Yeah,
yes.
the Michael Myers stance, because he looked like the guy from, was it Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween. Yeah.
So no, but Chip Kelly spent the entire training camp off season with Genty, trying to get him to change his stance, telling him, you got to do it this way. It's going to give you more leverage, and this is just the way you're supposed to do it in the pros. And Genty tried to do it. Like you're trying to be a good rookie and listen to your coach, and thinking that they know what they're talking about, and didn't work. That didn't work. So he gone back to his Michael Myers stance, and look what happened.
Exactly. I think the head coach overrode him and say, let this dude do what he do. Leave him alone.
Say, Chip.
Let him stand up straight, whatever it takes. I don't care. Just let him do what he got to do, Chip. That's what Chip do to you, man. That's what Chip. You talk about someone with a big dislike. Chip Kelly.
That's warranted, though. For what he did to that Eagles team, that's warranted.
Oh, man. I can't stand that dude.
He did that to all of those players. Like, he made them change everything. Yes. And they bought in. They bought into it. And look what happened.
Ridiculous. Yeah. Good. I'm glad for Ashton Genty, man. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Colts against your Rams, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll let you. I'm giving it to you. Give you the reins.
No, man. It was a good game. I think it was closer than it should have been. We have a hard time, for some reason, scoring when we get into the red zone. We always end up with kicking a lot of field goals, but we rattled them, man. I think we made them punt 3-4 times. Coming into this game, they had only punt twice, maybe.
Twice.
Daniel Jones had his first turnover this game with us. He was rattled. We were in his head the first half, but they got it together. They came back. Then I think we had to make a comeback, and then we had to pull away with that Tutu Atwell long, I think 80-yard pass.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, Matthew Stafford did it again. So
again.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was close. The play with the wide receiver on their side who fumbled the ball at the 1-yard line, going out of the end zone, celebrating too early. I always talk about this, man. These young players, they come into the league, and look, just get the ball across the goal line before you celebrate. Just get it across the goal line, and then you could do whatever it is that you want to do.
Right.
Score. When you try to showboat, and it was a good play, it was a good play.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey, I was happy when I saw that.
I know you was happy on that
one. I was happy.
Man.
And he was also the player that because Jonathan Taylor had a long run, I think like a 60-yard run that got called back because that same receiver he held on the play.
Yes.
So he made a couple of mistakes, man, and I know it was hard on him, and you could tell he was distraught.
Yeah.
He was really distraught. But he's a good player. I hope he bounces back. But look, I think at some point people really need to start putting some respect on Puka Nakua's name. And when you talk about top receivers in the league, when you talk about the Jeffersons and the AJ Browns and the Chase,
sure,
you got to start talking about Nakua. Put him up there with those guys.
Yeah,
you got to.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely agree, man. The dude, he just all over the field, man. I mean, he catching everything. So I'm impressed with him. And he just, I don't know where McVay didn't be finding these dudes, man. But that's a solid pick. Which round did he get picked in? 5th round.
5th round.
I mean, that's a steal, bro.
Yeah,
That is
5th round.
I mean, to get him, he fit you guys' scheme perfectly.
Perfectly.
You know, perfect fit for you guys. And yeah, I like his play, man, for sure. He definitely need to be in that conversation. You can't take anything away from him with that. He need to be there for sure. Yeah. So, all right, we got a couple more games. So we got the Broncos and Bengals.
Wait. That's Monday night.
Oh, that is Monday
Yeah,
night. Okay,
let's
let's go back to
Packers and Cowboys.
Packers and Cowboys.
Barn burner.
This was a barn burner, man.
So I think, and I don't know how you feel about this, right?
Yeah.
But even though that game ended the way it did, which was a tie, 40-40, that was a really good game. Why does it feel like the Cowboys came out on top?
Yeah, it does. I was saying the same thing. I was like, I know Micah Parsons walking away like, I can't believe it, man. How are we tied? It just feels disgusting. You know, I think Jerry Jones, he got what he wanted, man. He got what he wanted, and he made a comment today. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but he said, you know, seeing him over there. He didn't call his name. He said seeing him over there,
Yeah,
in that jersey, and seeing how the game turned out. I think we won. That's exactly what Jerry said.
Yeah.
Jerry is a master, man. Jerry is a master.
But I think to add some more context to that, were you watching Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
He didn't look happy on that side.
He didn't look happy at all.
He didn't look happy being in that stadium and not being and being on that side of the field.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, he didn't look.
I think Jerry, he picked up on that too.
Mm-hmm.
He picked up on that.
Yeah,
and the fact, he wasn't that much of a factor during the game either. Except I think he had one
sack at the end. They call it a sack. Yeah,
they call it a sack.
Yeah, but yeah, I could definitely see that, because it was a comment that was made also during that game, where they said Micah literally said when he was traded, his heart just dropped out of his throat. It was like, what? I mean, this was a blow to him. And then think about it, coming back in that stadium where you are, you know everybody in the stadium, people, his family. He still had a box, and his family, was sitting in his box where he was. Obviously, they had on Green Bay jerseys and whatnot, but it's not. It's I don't know if he's.
It was his lifelong dream to play for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
And if you look back at his draft journey, when he was getting drafted and he was in the green room, and he was talking about how, man, if I end up with the Cowboys, I'm going to cry. Right. And all that stuff. Like it was a dream come true for him to end up with the Cowboys, and to have it taken away like that. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it hurt.
Yeah.
It still hurts, even though he got all that money.
Right.
But I think in the long run, he's not going to make as much money as he would have if he had stayed with the Cowboys.
I agree.
Because Cowboy Nation would have followed him even long past his career, his playing days, and his podcast and all that other stuff that he's into and that he would have done. I'm pretty sure he's still going to do it, but that following isn't going to stick with him anymore.
No, yeah, and you got to build that all up again with another franchise. So yeah, it's a
franchise, but there's no fan base like Cowboy fans,
like the Cowboys. Yeah,
there's none.
Yeah, that delusional.
So it's never going to be. It's not.
I agree. Yeah,
right. And he's not. I don't know if you've ever listened to any of his podcasts, but like, I don't think without the backing of that franchise, I don't think he has what it takes by himself.
No. Yeah.
To be up there where he was. Yeah. So I think it's going to be tough sledding for him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And really, what I realized also in this game, Green Bay actually isn't as good as I thought they were. That's what I took away from this game. I took away that at first I was like, Green Bay might be in these top tier of NFC teams, Nah. I think they still a playoff team, but they're not in that top tier. I just realized that they're gonna. I mean, granted, look, they had it was a great barn burner game, but I just can't put them there just yet, and I don't know if it's ever gonna happen this season.
Well, they're still the youngest team in the league.
They are. Yeah, yeah. We'll see where it goes though. We'll see. All right, let's go on to the Monday night games. Let's start with the Broncos and Bengals here. Without Joe Burrow, the Cincinnati Bengals just need to trade for a quarterback at this point. Because I know they were banking off of Browning. I think last season Burrow was hurt for a couple games, and Browning came in and he moved the ball and he looked kind of good, et cetera. And I guess they figured the same thing was going to happen. But it's not happening, and they miss Joe Burrow. And I don't know how you can't get the ball to Jamar Chase and how you can't get the ball to T. Higgins. I don't know, because all you really got to do is just throw the ball up. Just throw it up and let them go get it, man. Just let them go. I don't if it get picked off, but let them go and get it. And it's poor without Joe Burrow, and they are saying Joe Burrow might be done for the season.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how they go about this. I mean, putting up 3 points. I mean, and Bo Nix, they saying, oh, Bo Nix looks good. But you playing against the Bengals, man. You playing the Bengals defense, so I don't expect anything there. But yeah, the Bengals are if they don't trade for a QB, they might as well forget it. They're done. Because I know they were thinking, hey, they're going to be a contender this year in the AFC, and they would have. They would have. But without Joe Burrow, it's just unrealistic. Ain't nothing.
Yeah, everything you said about throwing it up, they tried to do that to T. Higgins and my man Jaquan McMillan. He was batting it down for every time.
Just every time.
Yeah, he had Higgins on lock, and then on the other side you have Pat Surtain on Chase. So Browning is just not. He's not Burrow. He can't be the X factor that they need him to be to get that offense going. And on top of all of that, see the problem here, Lynx. They have no run game.
That's true. Yeah,
that's really what the problem. If they had a run game, then you can get away with Browning being your quarterback and open up some opportunities in the passing game. But they don't. No teams fears their run, so they're just gonna pull all the defensive backs back and umbrella blanket those guys and dare you to run the ball.
Right.
And if you can't do that, that's it. Let me see there. Chase Brown.
Chase Brown. I don't think he had many attempts though.
10 attempts.
10 attempts. Yeah.
10 attempts, 40 yards. That's it.
And you can't do nothing like that.
No.
Yeah. There's no way you could win like that. Yeah. So it's pretty much over for the Bengals. So it's going to be a rough season for them receivers. It's going to be a rough season. So hopefully they trade for somebody.
I don't think, nobody come in and save them right now.
Yeah. I think this is it. In this game, man, Dolphins against the Jets. The Dolphins pull it out. Tua was getting the ball, man. He was moving the ball. Tua was getting the ball. It looked like the offense was starting to open up a little bit. They was hitting Tyreek pretty good. They Waddle was getting some, and Tua was moving the ball, man. Now it is against the Jets, who I thought the Jets was going to have a good defense, but I don't think anything happening there. And Justin Fields, they made a late comeback, but the turnovers, man, he was trying to take off with the ball and it got punched out, and it's just these untimely turnovers. It looks like for Justin Fields, it's like he's right there. It's like he's right there as a quarterback to make the next step. But the turnovers is just, it kills you. It kills the momentum. It kills everything. And, the Dolphins come away with this one. Unfortunately, we know Tyreek Hill will be out for the season. Underwent surgery today, I think. And so, I guess we'll talk about that a little bit. But, what was your take on this game?
Yeah, I don't like Aaron Glenn's demeanor after the game and some of the comments that he made. Right? Albeit, he was stating a lot of facts. He talked about how they were beating themselves. He called it stupid mistakes. He also, I think, referenced, we have to stop beating ourselves, right? Stuff like that.
Right.
And I'm saying to myself, because he had one reporter was saying that they could hear him as they were waiting to be let into the locker room to do post game interviews. He was having his speech with the team after the game, and they said there was a whole lot of yelling and shouting going on from him at the team. And I'm like, all of those issues that he articulated in his press conference, he being Aaron Glenn, those are coaching issues, right? This defense isn't that much different than what the defense Robert Saleh had.
That's true.
Defense didn't ever look this bad.
Right. Yeah.
Right. This defense, I think they're the only team in the league that they don't have a turnover yet for the season. So all of these stupid mistakes and these errors, you got to coach them better. You got to coach them up, because if you watch the games, they always seem to be out of position.
Always.
And anytime the other team, any sort of motion or any shifting going on, it's like they don't know where to go. Same defense. They didn't look that confused before.
Right.
And the problem with the Robert Saleh teams was never the defense; it was the offense.
It was the offense. Yeah.
It was the offense. The one side of the ball that was consistent and was good, it was defense.
Yeah.
Now, no side of the ball looked good.
Yeah.
So if I was Aaron Glenn, I would stop, making comments about stupid mistakes and making stupid errors and beating yourself, and start, talking more like Bill Belichick up there, and don't give the media any ammo against you, man. Don't do that.
I know.
He has to figure this out and see what he's doing or what he can do to help turn this around, because they got talent.
Yeah.
They got first rounders. They got first rounders on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
First round quarterback, first round receiver, first round running back.
Yeah.
First round lineman.
Yeah.
First round cornerback.
Yeah. They got it.
They got it.
Yeah.
You got talent. So you got to figure this out.
Yeah, that's why I thought their defense was going to be better than it is, because you got all that talent, and over the past couple of years with Robert Saleh, they were that.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, he definitely got some work to do. Need to look inward.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
like
think
you
they
say,
got a first round tight end now. I mean, look, they have as many first rounders on offense as they do on defense, probably more.
Exactly.
So
no, it shouldn't be any excuses, man.
No
excuses.
It's unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree. Let me ask you this. I know there's a Thursday game coming up, and it's your Rams against the 49ers. This is a division game. Like the 49ers, did they play, or did they? No, they didn't play.
I think that's the one team we didn't talk about.
Okay, it was the 49ers.
Yeah, they played the Jaguars. They lost to the Jaguars.
Okay, yes, they lost to the Jaguars. Okay, so that's a good segue into this. They lost to the Jaguars, and so which I thought they were going to win because Brock Purdy was back and everything like that.
I had them as to win that one.
Yeah, and so again, the Jaguars again. It's, you're juggling.
Yeah.
Like don't know what they're going to look like from week to week. Same thing with the 49ers, but since we touched on that, with this Thursday game coming up, are you concerned at all? 49ers?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Here's the thing, and really understand me here, right? We all know I don't like that team, but my dislike for that team is born out of the utmost respect for the team. I respect that team more than I respect any other team in the league. Like I said, as growing up as a kid, I watched that team beat my team 17 consecutive games. That's over 8 years, 8 seasons, right? So there's no time ever that I will watch us play that team and be comfortable. It's not going to happen. So I'm concerned always. I wanted to ask that because I know, one, it's a division game, and then these are
typically tight. I know Purdy is back. It would have been more of for me. It would have been more of a, I know where your standpoint is. For me, not being a fan of either team and looking at it from the outside in, it would have been more of a game for me if the 49ers had won, coming in and winning that, because then I think you guys would have had the same record. They would have only had lost one game, but now they lost 2 games, and you lost to the Jaguars. So,
No,
isn't
that wasn't their first loss?
That was their first loss?
Let me see.
Let me see.
Yeah, they're 3-1. We're 3-1.
Okay, so they're 3-1. Okay.
This game is to take the lead in the division.
Okay, well that changes the script for me then.
Yeah.
Okay, that changes the script for me, because I was looking at it and I was like, hey, now this does set it up. This does set it up to be a big game, because both of you are 3-1, and the winner is going to take a game lead in the division, and that's big. So okay, all right. It looks like they'll still be missing. What's his name? Their tight end. What's their tight end name?
Oh, Kittle.
Yeah, they'll still be missing Kittle, but it looks like with these division games, it really doesn't matter, because the matchups is the matchup. You know each other so well. It's different wrinkles that they could put in there. So okay, yeah, this is a good build up for Thursday. So yeah, we'll talk about this on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The breakdown of this game and what that looks like and all that stuff like that. So yeah, all right then. Okay. So this is good. This is good.
Yep.
I like that. I like that.
And speaking about records, right? AFC South. Guess who's tied for first place?
Don't say the Jaguars.
Jaguars and the Colts. They're both 3. I had to do a double take, because when I was looking up at the 49ers record, because the Jaguars is right there because they played them. Jaguars 3-1.
3-1, the Jaguars?
I didn't register that until just now.
Wow.
They 3.
That's crazy. I don't even know how that happened.
Oh, I have no idea.
Wow.
I know we've been talking about these games, but I don't remember. I would have sworn that this was their first win.
Me too. Wow. That's sneaky. Yeah, that's sneaky. They sneak 3 wins in there. So, man, okay.
They 3-1.
All right. Well, I mean, I still think the Colts is the better team, but hey, you never know. I don't know.
You never know now.
Yeah. You don't know.
So we only got 2 undefeateds. That's you guys and the Bills.
And the Bills, yeah. Well, we on Friday we're going to talk about these matchups coming up for week 5 and what that all looks like. We got some good ones coming up. But you guys on Thursday, man, we'll break that down. The results of that one on Friday as well. That should be a doozy. That should be a good one for the lead in the division. So looking forward to that one then.
Should be a good one.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Right. Cool.
All right then.
All right, man. See you Friday.
Yep. See you then.